Well, it is the night before the Eagles-Colts game, Week 3, of course, and I know I went ahead yesterday. I made my pregame vid, if you will, but I actually have a pickup here, Eagles related. So let's get right into it. It's a brand new item too. So of course today, one of my go-to places, of course, is Lids. I was at Lids today, and one of the local malls, and I saw they put out the advertisement for these hats about, I think it was last week. It's a brand new Lids exclusive for the NFL. And, I like them. I think most of them are pretty sharp. I think some teams are hit or miss with this design, but I think overall they did a nice job, for the Eagles. I think it looks real sharp. And so let's get into it. They call it the Element hat. And they call it the Element hat because on the front of the hat, you're only going to see part of the logo, but you'll see enough of the logo to know what team it represents. And of course, this is the Philadelphia Eagles. I think most, if not all, the teams, they have two different color hats too. So with the Eagles, they had the black and they had the midnight green. But I think the logo shows up a little better on the black ones. And they have the regular 5950 style, and then they have these flex fit styles. And I like the flex fits. I always, nothing against the regular, caps, the regular 5950s, but the flex fits to me are just more comfortable. And of course, the brim is already bent up and everything. So it's just a more comfortable hat on my head. So if I have an opportunity at the flex fits, I'll get them. Not to say I won't get the others. I have plenty of those too. But these are something that I always, I just prefer, just personal preference. So let's get into it. So this is a new era, as you can see by the flag logo on the side. You got the Eagles logo. Of course, not all of it, but enough of it that you can tell it's the Eagles logo. Not as much cut off on it. I know with some other teams and other logos, they just took part of the logo or whatever it was and just put it on there. But the Eagles, of course, with the Eagle head logo. And just to give you to show you, of course, us Eagle fans know this, but for anyone else out there, and of course, you gotta go with the Super Bowl hat, right? So Super Bowl champs hat. There you see the full logo, and here is the Element version of the new era design. So that's on the front, and then, of course, so that you know exactly what logo it is, you got the smaller version of it on the back, the actual version of the full logo on the back, on the back of it there. So there you go, black under brim, already curved up brim because it is a flex fit, and again, you got that new era logo in the Eagles, midnight green on the side there, and the same deal would be for the regular 5950 black, and of course the green will be a little different, but this, of course, like I said, I think the logo, the Element logo of the Eagles head shows up a little better on the black hat, so I went ahead and got the black one. So there you go, really nice. Now this does kind of harken me back, and I know they've done some similar designs with this. They've all, whoever is designing the headwear for the NFL, they're always trying something. So over the years, we've had variations. There was this one. This is the Reebok, and this was, almost like a blackout version, or neon, I guess you can call it, but, different variation. And then, of course, when I first saw this, I was reminded of one hat in my collection. And ironically enough, it's a new era hat. It's an older one, from years ago. But they kind of took that idea with this, and it's something that they had done before, and here it is. So this was something that came out many years ago. I don't remember the exact year for these, but this is, this goes back, and you can kind of see it is the full logo, but it isn't. I mean, it's kind of elements of the logo, but enough that it's the Eagles logo, and this is a snapback now. So on the back, again, you have the actual logo. Very similar in design to what they did. Of course, a little more detailed, and of course, this is a fitted, but you can kind of see, same kind of idea, same kind of concept, although this a little more detailed than this, but, again, it's kind of an idea that they did years ago. Of course, this being a snap, this being a fitted. But I like it, and this is actually one of my favorite hats. I've had this hat for a long time. I just really like the look of it. It's different. That's why I got it when I got it years ago. I even forget where I got it, but but I really liked it. And it was different, so I picked that up years ago. And of course, I was reminded of that hat when I saw this one, and I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, I'll take that too. Of course, you can never have too many lids in the collection. God, I lost count how many Eagles hats I have. I mean, my goodness, we did add, to the collection, over the past, how many months. But anyhow, that is it. Again, it's a Lids exclusive. You can find these on their website and, of course, in store. Of course, the website, you'll have the full, variety of hats for whatever team you're a fan of, or even if you just like the hat. Like me, there are some others that I like. I like the Steelers one, and I really like the Buccaneers one. The Eagles one is my favorite, of course. But if I had to pick a second, this is like 1A. What would be 1B? Basically, probably be the Buccaneers. The reason for that is I've always liked that logo that they have, the skull and the swords with the ball. I just always liked that logo from when they first adapted it years ago. They went away from the winking conquistador and they went with that logo. And I always liked that logo, and on that hat, it just really looks nice. So, yeah, I'll probably pick that one up at some point. I have to get that one online because it's not available in local stores. But anyhow, I knew I wanted to see if I can grab this in the store, and there they were. So there it is. The 2018 New Era Lids exclusive Element hat for the Philadelphia Eagles. So there it is one more time. Ooh. All right. As always, let's go Birds. And I'll see you all after the game with some post-game analysis as best I can. All right, everyone. Take care.